down on verse 37. So 1 Kings 18, I want to begin with verse 20 and then get down to verse 37. That's really where I want to speak on this morning. So in verse 20 it says, so Ahab summoned all the people and the prophets to Mount Carmel. It says, then Elijah stood in front of them and said, now here's the question, how long are you going to waver between two opinions? If the Lord is God, follow him. But if Baal is God, then follow him. It says, but then the people were completely silent. And so, the story goes on, and there's that showdown between Elijah and the 450 prophets of Baal. Hey, call on your God. If he answers, then he is God. But if he doesn't, then, the God that answers is the true God. And so we know that God, ended up proving himself to be the true God. But there's one thing in here that I want to get to, and it's in verse 37. It's when Elijah is crying out to God, when he's praying to God. He asks him in verse 37, and here's what it says. He says, "O Lord, answer me. Answer me so these people will know that you, O Lord, are God." And then here's the second thing right here. "And that you have brought them back to yourself." So Elijah's prayer was really twofold. Number one, he wanted these people to know that Yahweh, that the Lord, he is God. He is the true God. He is the one true living God. There is no other. And secondly, Elijah wanted these people to know that God was bringing them back to himself. That was the focus of Elijah's prayer that day. And guys, let that be the focus of our prayer. That we want people to know that Yahweh is God, the Lord is God, and that he is wanting to bring people back to himself. He's wanting to bring people back to himself. Now listen, maybe you're watching this little short devotional and you would say, man, that's me. That's me right now. In my life right now, I know that I'm away from God, that I'm not in a right place with the Lord. Hey, listen, he is desiring to bring you back to himself. It's time, beloved. Look around you right now at all that's going on in the world. These are signs that the Lord is coming back soon. But before he comes back, he wants to bring as many people as possible back to himself. And that's including you. He wants to bring you back to himself. Now listen, today, this morning, I want you to call on the Lord, man. May you just cry out to God and say, God, I'm coming home. I'm coming home, Lord. I'm coming back to you, God. I've been away from you long enough, and it's time to come back to you. And I pray that you'll make that decision today to come home to Jesus. And if you do that, man, let me know, man. Drop a comment there and say, man, you know what? I came home today, man, and I'm getting right with God today, and I'm going to get back on track today. And listen, if you don't have a Bible, hit me up. I'll get you a Bible. If you don't have a place to fellowship, if you don't have a good, solid Bible teaching church that you can get plugged into and you can grow in your relationship with God, man, hit me up, man. I'll let you know of a church in your area where you live at. If you live in the top of this area down here, Lower Valley or whatever, man, hey, hit me up. We'll get you plugged in. But listen, two things you need to know today. The Lord, he is God. And secondly, he is calling you back to himself. 1 Kings chapter 18, verse 37. Focus of the devotion this morning. Remember, the Lord loves you. So do I. Love you, man. Praying for you. I hope you have an awesome Wednesday. If you're not busy, tonight we'll be at Calvary Chapel Toppenish for our midweek study at 7. We're in Ezra chapters 4, 5, and 6 in a series that we're doing, the work of God together.